大家好，我是乔伊。今天我们来看一起凶杀案的审讯现场。2017年8月2日下午的5点15分 ，Jacksonville 佛罗里达21岁的 Savannah Gold 离开家，开车去一家叫做 Bonefish Grill 的餐厅上工。他在这家海鲜餐厅里面做服务员。这一天啊，他是晚班，本该是在下午的5点半到达餐厅开工，但是他却始终没有在餐厅出现。一开始大家也都没有在意，但是1个小时后，奇怪的事发生了。Savannah 的爸爸呢是收到了一则女儿手机发来的简讯，内容是：我正要和你和妈妈说，我遇到一个很棒的男孩，我爱他，我要和他私奔，我们要去一个地方，回头再和你们联系。Savannah 的哥哥也收到了一条类似的信息，2条信息啊都是来自于 Savannah 的手机，但是家人一眼就察觉出了问题，2条信息的口吻不像是 Savannah 发的，而且里面有很多拼写的错误，也不符合他打字的习惯。从逻辑上分析 ，Savannah 刚离开家1个小时，毫无征兆的忽然就要和一个陌生人私奔，没有带任何的行李，而他的手机在发完信息之后就关机了，这个太可疑。家人是赶紧打电话给餐厅，发现女儿就压根没有在餐厅露面过，他们知道肯定出事了，于是报了警。由于报警及时，警方很快就找到了 Savannah 的车子，车子就停在 Bonefish 餐厅外面的停车场里，没有上锁。Savannah 并不在车里。警方没有找到他的手机、钱包和身份证件，还有一些值钱的东西也不见了，感觉像是 Savannah 临时改变主意不去上班，然后仓促的离开。警方是调出了停车场的监控，监控虽然不清晰啊，但是还是能拍到当时的情况。我们之前讲过张莹莹失踪案，为了能够尽快的找到监控中带走张莹莹的车子啊，当时警方是向大众公开了监控画面，但是这种做法在当时是引起了很大的争议。原因是一旦公布了监控信息，犯罪嫌疑人也会看到这些内容，这方便了嫌犯为自己编造这个不在场的证明，避开警方的证据指控。和张莹莹案处理方式不同的是警方在当时并没有急着公布监控信息，事后我们才了解到当时发生了什么事情。在下午的5点31分 ，Savannah 停好车，然后下车走向不远处的另一辆车。他在车外和车里面的人聊了有14分钟，之后他就上了这辆车，坐进了汽车的后座，而车里面的人也从前面的驾驶位下车换到了后座。时间是下午的5点45分。接着汽车开始出现了摇晃，后座车门有多次被打开，但是很快又被人强行的关上，似乎是有人在里面挣扎想要逃出来，但是都没有成功。车子摇晃了有49秒，然后静止了下来。接着有个男子从车上下来，然后上了 Savannah 的车子。警方判断他在那个时候拿走了 Savannah 的身份证和手机，并且是用小刀扎破了车子的前轮。至于他为什么要扎破轮胎，不得而知。该男子之后就回到了自己的车上，大概在6点钟左右开车离开。可以确认的是 ，Savannah 在此期间一直都在这辆车子里。和张莹莹案一样监控画面无法分辨男子的相貌，只能是看到一个大概的轮廓，头发长短、衣服的颜色、大概的身高有多少。不过车子的样子还是可以辨认的。从 Savannah 主动下车和嫌疑人攀谈来分析，这个人很可能和他认识。警方首先是询问了餐厅里面的员工，其中有一位叫做 Lee Rodati 的28岁的厨师引起了警方的怀疑。他拥有一辆2012年的银色雪佛兰，这辆车和监控拍到的嫌疑人的车很匹配。在询问中，利和警方说自己大概已经有3周没有看到过 Savannah 了，所以对她的下落一无所知。但是警方了解到的信息是这个利和 Savannah 2个人在过去8个月的时间里，断断续续的是有过男女朋友关系的。警方很快就将此人列为这起案子的首要嫌疑人。我们现在看到的这些信息都是事后才公开的，在案件的侦查期间这些内容是绝对保密的。在 Savannah 失踪3天之后的8月5日，警方是找借口逮捕了利，理由是他的驾驶证过期了没有处理。接下去就是警方公布的一段4个多钟头的审讯室的画面。下午的5点30分 ，Lee Rodati 是被带进了审讯室，警方解开了他的手铐， Lee 要了一瓶水，然后工作人员离开。Lee 在那里一等就是1个半小时，压抑的审讯室里面只有他一个人。其实警方的心理战从这个时候就已经开始了，他们故意让他等这么久。设想一下，如果你是那个对 Savannah 做了可怕事情的人，刚在之前1天还向警方撒谎说有3个星期没见过他了，你非常的心虚，不知道警方掌握了哪些线索，自己的谎言能不能编得圆。而在审讯室里面长时间的等待是一种煎熬，让你坐立不安， 这等于就是在消磨你的意志。想象一个场景，你在高考成绩公布之前的那几个小时时间里，那种焦虑不安，等待时间越长，这种焦虑感会越让你难以忍受。而一旦成绩出来了，不管是否理想，都会有一种如释重负的感觉。当然，那个时候的Lee仍然会有侥幸心理，觉得可能他们真的只是因为驾驶证过期才逮捕的自己。但是随着房门打开，Lee Rodati 的心脏一下子又提了起来。他一眼就认出了进屋的警官就是昨天询问 Savannah 失踪案的那个警官 Detective Reeves。Lee 意识到自己的处境比想象的要凶险，乐观侥幸的心理瞬间消失了，取而代之的是更大的恐惧感。可以想象，此时Lee肯定是猜到了警方掌握了某些对自己不利的证据，而且很可能和自己之前说的是有出入的。尽管是内心恐惧，但是没有谁会这么快就认怂。他要用行动来扳回一点主动权。Lee 提出要上洗手间。
Like I said, I want to kind of go over some stuff. I know we talked the other day just for a few minutes and had some concerns about a couple things. And oh, okay, well, there we go. Anybody else want to talk? There we go. I wanted to talk to you about Savannah. So I just had a couple of things that came up that I wanted to ask you about specifically that didn't seem to line up. So I wanted to come down and talk to you. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get just a couple. Just make sure I've got your basic information. It's Lee, and tell me how you pronounce your last name.
Rodati.
Rodati. Okay.
接下去是一长段的例行公事，包括了个人信息的核实，确认Lee Rodati有没有服用过药物，是否会影响他的认知判断，还有就是告知他拥有哪些权利。
Perfect. I appreciate that. All right. So, Savannah, you said that you knew her and you guys had, you knew her from work. I mean, just kind of fill me in with that. How long have you known her?
Like I said,
Reeves 警探先是故意抛出一个开放性的问题，意思是让Lee可以随便的和自己聊点关于 Savannah 的事情。设想一下，如果Lee和 Savannah 的失踪没有任何的关系，那他先是在审讯室里面莫名其妙的等了1个半小时，憋了一肚子的火，然后又了解说警察原来是骗自己过来的，还怀疑自己和 Savannah 的失踪有关。虽然是不好直接发火，至少可以先质疑警方的行为，或者顶多就是简单的敷衍的回答问题。比如我们工作的时候认识的，我们认识了有8个月了。相反的，如果一个人心虚或者有意要隐瞒一些东西，他的态度就会变得好很多。因为在他的潜意识里面是要安抚取悦坐在对面的这2个人的，降低他们对自己的攻击性。当然他还需要努力让自己的谎言能够自圆其说，所以对于询问他反而会回答得更详细，有更多的细节描述。他很希望能说服对方相信自己的话，而这些内容肯定是提前在脑子里面打过无数次的草稿，所以他会不自觉地将他们都说出来。
I've known her obviously since you started working there. I would say probably about 8 months ago or so, we started hanging out outside of work.
就像这次Lee一上来就给警方一个蛋糕，他主动地说出了2个人曾经有过交往。
And at the time I had a girlfriend, but we kind of connected, me and Savannah, so we hung out a little bit here and there. Got pretty close. We come from, I guess, somewhat similar backgrounds, I guess you should say.
Okay.
She didn't have it the best growing up, neither did I. So we kind of connected, hung out for a little while. I'd probably say a period of 2-3 months.
Okay.
And then she started using drugs a lot.
Okay.
Now, I used them with her, not the same drugs that she used all the time, but I did them with her a couple times, and then she started to get heavy into them. And
oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I kind of just tried to take a step back. Me and my ex started kind of chit-chatting again.
Okay. And who's that? What's her name?
Her name's Chelsea.
Okay.
So we kind of started chit-chatting again. Never really 100% because obviously, she was still kind of upset about me hanging out with Savannah and stuff like that. And then probably a month or so ago, I saw Savannah at work and she looked healthy again. She gained a little bit of weight and just, friendly talk at work, telling her, hope everything's been good. And she told me, that I guess she did a lot of drugs and ended up in the hospital. She ended up missing like I want to say a couple of days, 3 or 4 days from work.
Oh, okay.
So obviously, you know, me being pretty close to her, I was concerned and everything. But after she came back, you know, she looked good, and she ended up telling me that, I guess, you know, over those 4 days, she detoxed pretty well, and she kind of caught a, you know, new sense into why she shouldn't do drugs so much.
Okay.
And like I said, she looked good. You know, she started looking healthy. So we kind of were talking, you know, here and there. We hung out a couple times. She came over to the house, and you know, we just kicked back, drink a couple beers, watch movies, stuff like that. You know, after a couple times, she brought drugs over. And I told her, I was like, you know, you're doing really good. You can't, you know, you shouldn't be doing it again. You're finally gaining weight. But then she started like bringing heroin over and stuff like that. And those hard drugs just kind of scare me a little bit. So that's why I took a step back the first time. So we texted a couple times, and I ended up telling her, I was like, hey, you know, for one, I'm dealing with a lot of personal stuff myself right now as it is. You know, I'm a little depressed. But I think we're moving too fast. I think we should, you know, stop talking.
Okay.
And she said, I understand, it's completely fine, no problem, you know. She said, I'll delete your number, I'll never text you again.
Okay.
And I said the same. I was like, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, you know. And that was the last time that we text.
Okay.
When was that? Yeah. When was that?
It was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Sometime in July.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's one of the things you said was that was the last time that you had contact with her.
Yes.
As far as, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I mean, you correct me.
That was the last time that I texted her.
Yeah, text or a phone call or a messenger
Yeah.
or anything like that. 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay. And then the last time, when was the last time you saw her?
This is what I was a bit. I didn't tell you the truth when we talked at Bonefish.
利在这里是再一次主动的退让，他知道警方肯定是掌握了什么证据才会抓他，但他又不知道他们到底知道了什么。他怀疑是自己之前说的3个星期没有见过 Savannah 和他们的调查有出入，于是他试图修正自己的说法，这也是警方乐于看到的结果。他们知道只要利退让了第1步，就会有第2步、第3步。有一种心理学现象叫做门槛效应，或者叫得寸进尺效应，指的就是一个人一旦接受了他人的一个微不足道的要求，就会倾向于去逐步的接受更大的要求。审讯人员自然是很懂这些技巧，他们会选择逐渐的蚕食掉利的意志，直至真相。
I didn't tell you the truth when we talked at Bonefish.
Okay.
Last time I saw her was Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
I heard that she has been basically telling a lot of people at work that we hooked up a bunch, like a couple days before that, and that she was going to like tell about the whole situation and, you know, try to get me fired. And
Why
like
would that get you fired?
I'm a manager and she's an employee. So
okay, so you guys aren't supposed to fraternize?
Yeah.
Or, okay, I got you.
And she just told people, I guess, that she was out with that work at the restaurant that we were having sex.
Okay.
And, you know, hooking up and stuff like that, and that I was her boyfriend and this and that. So I was a little upset. Obviously, you know, I care about my job.
Sure.
I met her in the parking lot at Bonefish.
When was this?
Wednesday afternoon.
Okay. Well, do you know what time or about?
It was about 5:30.
Okay.
利毫不犹豫地回答了提问。周3下午的5点30分，这个时间是完美的契合了警方查到的时间线。
When you say you met her, was she meeting you too, or?
I didn't call her.
Okay.
I just drove up there to see if maybe she was working. I was gonna, you know, talk to her, and
Did you
as
know
I was,
she was working that night?
I did.
You did not.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
sorry. Okay, you knew she was working that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pulled in the parking lot. She pulled in a little bit after me. I parked, and I said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And she said, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "I heard you've been saying some things about me and you continuing to hang out, and you know that we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and she asked me, she said, can I come sit in the car? Because I just did some heroin and I'm a little paranoid.
Okay.
I said, why are you doing that? You know, you're doing really well. You shouldn't have been doing that.
Okay.
And so she came and sat in the car, and I explained to her the situation. I told her that servers at Bonefish were coming to me and telling me that you're telling people when you're out that we're still having sex and we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And I said, I would appreciate, you know, I need you to stop. Because for one, it's jeopardizing my job. We agreed to, you know, stop talking mutually and just move on. And she said, I'm going to do what I want. You can believe what you want. I didn't tell anybody anything. And I told her, I said, the girl that you were out with told Chelsea that we were still having sex and that you were just at my house like yesterday and hanging out. Savannah said, yeah, I did say that. I don't really like Chelsea, you know. And I said, well, look, you need to stop.
利对当时停车场里面的情形的描述啊，非常的细致。我已经是剪掉了部分啰嗦的内容，可能他是认为啊，当时是有人目击到了自己和 Savannah 在停车场里面有过争执，所以他试图将这个争执的场景合理化。
And she said, you know, you're a piece of shit. And I said, she said she's gonna keep talking, you know, telling lies and stuff about me and everything like that.
这让我想起了之前做过的釜山夫妻失踪案，其中的头号嫌疑人张女士在寄给韩国警方的答辩信函中啊，就是用这么详细的描述来替自己辩解的。但是老话说啊，言多必失，带来的后果就是容易让自己进了死胡同。接下去，利将跳进一个给自己挖的坑里面去。
At that point, she had her phone in her hand. She got out of the car and walked towards the main entrance from San Jose.
So like if
So this is
like okay.
I wouldn't say she was walking along the edge of the plaza, but she was walking maybe towards this way.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say an older model Ford pickup, green,
Okay.
drove past me and around, and she got in.
利是错过了最后一次为自己圆谎的机会，反而是用谎言给自己挖了个坑。他没有选择说我开车带他离开了停车场，然后他在中途下了车，而利却选择明确地说出他上了另一辆车，而且还说了这辆车的牌子和颜色，提供了这么明确的信息，是不是在撒谎？警方很容易查证。在下一集里，我们将看到探员是怎么一步一步最终瓦解凶手的意志的。记得点赞、转发、评论、加关注，同时开启小铃铛。我们下一期很快见。